to December 6th. A few uneventful days have gone by. Today, I don't have anything exciting planned. However, Elliot is going to be stopping by to talk to me about volunteering with him at Zoe's school. It's time to question if it really is a good idea or not. I don't know how much good I'll be able to do. It's better than sitting at home all day. I'm in bed with a magazine, sitting comfortably on my chest. One sports or something. I don't know. I grabbed the first thing that I saw sitting in one of the now empty drawers. Elliot says these were his. Why was he reading this magazine with a scantily clad woman? Very clearly not playing sports at all. Put the magazine to the side and sit up. Wardrobe needs a bit of an enhancement, or rather downgrade. Ellie lent me some of her outfits because mine are too formal for the town plaza, holiday market and volunteer work. Excited to be able to wear puffy jackets and oversized sweaters again instead of dress shirts and elaborate accessories. Put one of my new outfits and head downstairs to meet Elliot. It wasn't quiet when Nellie at work and Zoe at school, so I'm glad that someone will be coming to visit. My head's downstairs. Doesn't take long for the doorbell to ring. Elliot is here right on time.
Good morning.
He greets me with a large grin, holds up a bag in his right hand and shakes it, plastic rustling in the wind. What have you got there? Oh, this? Shakes the bag again, and this time chuckling as he does so. Yes, that.
Only the best donuts you'll ever have in your whole life.
Ooh, donuts. Raise a brow at the statement. What, you don't believe me? First the cocoa is the best in Northern, now the donuts? I don't think you're biased. I'm not biased. I'm telling you the absolute truth. Take a bite from this cinnamon sugar donut and tell me you hate it. You won't be able to.
Country boy.
You're that confident, country boy? Yes I am, city girl. But I'm not going to be sharing these donuts with you to keep up that attitude. Catch a twinkle in his eye as he speaks. Why can't I judge they're the best in Hawthorne has to offer if you don't let me try them? You got me there. Two of us share a laugh. Here, come in. Step to the side and let Elliot enter Nellie's home. As he gets settled, I brew some coffee for the two of us. Elliot puts the donut bag on the table and pulls out a perfectly wrapped box. Can't help but peer over his shoulder to get a better look at the ornate gold wrapping and elegant red bow. You'd think I was looking at a perfume set instead of a box of donuts. These are donuts, right? Yeah, the packaging is pretty, isn't it? Move to the side so I can get a better look at the cardboard box, shielding our delicious treats. Hands reach out and I hesitate for a moment. It was almost like a sin to open it. Gosh, the packaging is so nice. If we don't open it, we don't get the delicious treasures inside. That is true, sir. Sir, that's a first. No one calls me that. Oh, something I picked up from my co-workers. Used to use it as a joke since it felt wrong. Felt like we were saying yes sir or yes ma'am all day. If you don't mind me asking, what did you do for your last job? I was a business manager by title, but basically what I really did was make sure all of the departments were working together with good synergy. So you were responsible for all the moving parts working together?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Wasn't all that was cracked up to me though. Left a little room for error. One wrong move and the whole operation falls out of sync. That's a lot of pressure. Yeah, I was good at a job until the new investors came in. Voice trails off as I remember my conversation with my father only a few days ago. Never mind all that. It's all in the past. Let's enjoy the present. Like these donuts. To do the honors, it slides the box my way, and I place my right index finger on the bow I smell gracing my lips.
Box looks like it was wrapped with a kiss.
Hey. What? Something my mother used to always say when she sent us gifts. Right with all the loves and kisses. That's really sweet. Not my head, reaching out to touch my necklace. Not for me being a negative Nancy. You didn't come here to see me sulk. I don't mind. I understand how you're feeling. You do?
Yeah.
The other day I told you I lived on the countryside before moving here to Hawthorne. We moved because my mother passed away. My father was trying to get a blank start. Maybe to make the pain go away. Looks conflicted as he says this. Anyway, he took all his money and bought a small house here and opened a carpenter business. He is across the table slightly, his forearm pushing into the marble as he positions himself to look at me, seeing mischievous glint in his eyes. It's what my father called the family business. What? The Carpenters, after our last name. I mean, there's also a band by that name as well. No way, and last name is really Carpenter? What are the chances? I promise you, it is. Oh my god. Laugh, hold and laugh. Don't laugh, even if you want to. Let's try holding in, but that probably won't work. Place a hand over my mouth and look away from Elliot. Trying my hardest to hold in my laughter, but it's too funny. Last name being Carpenter, him being a carpenter, working in a business called The Carpenters. Don't you laugh at me. I'm not. Taking a large gulp of air. Laughing. It's all hard to keep my laughter down, but as Elliot breaks it out into a laugh himself. It's a little funny. Appears that you're trying to spare my feelings, though. Not then try to compose myself, letting a small giggle spill out. Alright, enough of that. Let's open this bad boy up and have a donut before they get cold. Cold? You mean they're warm? Yes. How are you supposed to eat donuts? These are freshly baked. Nothing like the donuts from the chain restaurants that stay on the shelf all day until they get stale. Definitely nothing like that. These are made with love and rat looks at me for a dramatic effect. With a kiss. Warm, sugary cinnamon kiss. Sounds yummy. Man, I could go with a donut now. Okay, let's open it carefully. Untie the ribbon first and place it on the side. Then remove the tape holding the paper together on each side. There, carefully unwrap the paper and fold it once the job is completed.
Sorry.
Sorry, I don't really like tearing open the wrapping paper. Seems wasteful when someone spent so much time putting it together. Oh, I'm the same way. I keep the paper and his voice trails off. You might think I'm weird for this. Maybe, but try me anyway. Put them all in a box and I keep it in my closet. Sometimes I take them out and look at all the designs. It's like admiring the art. Yeah, exactly. And I almost devour the entire box of donuts ourselves. It's absolutely right. These things are delicious. I have a heart, evidently, and decided to save some donuts for Zoe and Nat. When we're done with our snack, the two of us wipe our hands and take a seat at the dining table, not too far from the counter we were sitting at before. So, let's talk about the school. That's why I buzzed you to begin with. Buzzed? Yes, buzzed. What's wrong with that? Nothing at all, Grandpa. Remember, you're older than me. Not by much. Just because I don't know what the cool kids are saying doesn't make me an old man. It kinda does. Anyway, moving on. Right, the school. First of all, it's fine with you helping me out. You still want to, that is. Don't feel pressured into anything. don't have anything better to do with my time, but I really won't be much help. What do you mean? Making different parts of a project work together is your thing, right? Just what I need. I guess. So you're not convinced, but I'll come pick you up whenever I go in to work on the sets. Or we can take them back to my workshop. I'll do all the heavy lifting, but you can help me with some ideas and some other things. What do you say? I'll give it a try. So excited about the opportunity more than I am. She won't stop talking about it. You're the cool aunt now. How does it feel? Actually, kind of good. I missed having a family around. I'm adjusting to living with others, but it's making me really happy. That's good to hear. Alex phone begins to ring and he frowns. That's probably a client. Should be on my way out.
Thanks.
Thanks for everything. No problem, see you in a few days. I look forward to it. Me too. Two of us say our goodbyes, nervousness only settling in when Elliot shuts the front door. Text Ellie letting her know I've decided to help with Zoe's school play, but stop when I see the phone buzz with a call from an unknown number. Uh-oh. Rather the private number. Who's calling it this time? Let's answer it. Since I answer the phone, my palm's sweating. Hello?
It's about time you answered.
Ah, fuck. Why did I get a feeling it was you? What is it you want, Dad? Wanted to see how you're doing after our prior conversation. I'm doing great here with Nan and Zoe. You can stop worrying about me. You're my daughter. I'm never gonna stop worrying about you. Yeah, worrying about what money you could bring in. What money she's bringing in. All sounds so nice. I could picture a perfect father and daughter duo. However, shake my head, leave my long hair with my cheeks. Know that there's something venomous hidden beneath the surface, but I don't yet know what he wants. As we spoke, he seemed very unhappy about my decision to completely give up on the business world. Thanks, I guess. Silence falls between us. I don't know what to tell the man on the other side of the phone. Man I haven't seen in years. I might not have made the effort to see him, but he hadn't either. Your mother isn't going to be coming home for Christmas. Said it suddenly, breaking the silence, staring up, holding the phone close to my face, as if that's going to change what he's saying. How is this different from any other year? She never comes home. Neither do you kids. You're a poor old father alone every year. Yeah, gee, I wonder why. I don't want to push me to go to the city and take that ridiculous job offer. You're the one who encouraged me to work. So it's all my fault then. I didn't raise you well enough or give you a warm place to stay. Push in the right direction, recommendation to Mr. Carter for that life-changing opportunity. And yeah, it was life-changing, but not the good kind. Very conversation has happened between the two of us multiple times over. I speak, he refuses to listen, and he twists my words. It's always a losing battle. Don't know why I bother trying to defend myself. Is this all you called for? Because I have to go. Go do what, Noel? Got no job, living in your older sister's house. Do you expect her to support you and her daughter? I feel the tears sting my face. Come back to the city. Carter has agreed to move your name from the blacklist. Won't be able to work with bigger companies, but you can go to a no-name brand and work your way back up. Career is still salvageable. I don't want that career. Never wanted it. Find something else out here. It won't be a burden to Nat.
No, only a burden to me.
Take a look around you, Dad. All your kids and even your wife is gone. Maybe we aren't the ones in the wrong. That I hang up, tossing my phone onto the table. Tears are still falling down my eyes as I fight to steady my breathing. Can't let him get to me. Decide to head out for a breath of fresh air. We definitely fucking need it. Walk forward, my feet dragging me in a familiar direction. Park is a refreshing sight with people walking around and chatting. According to the signs, this marketplace will be up all month long. Maybe I can come here with Zoe and Nat. Take my seat on one of the vacant benches and look out into the crowd of people. Eye catches a parent and child, a young girl riding on their father's shoulders, both wearing a smile. I thought I used to have such a relationship, but now that I'm older, I think it's strained. Has put an unhealthy amount of expectations on my shoulders, and yet, despite the anger that's boiling inside of me, I still don't hate him. Heart weeps and longs for the times we shared when we were both younger. That's when there wasn't talk of how much money I could earn, how important my job is, or how much of a burden I am. Get my feet up, remembering the time I fell down the pavement after running too excitedly to see my mother on one of her return trips. I skidded my knee across the ground and got a big cut. Cried so hard, but my father knelt down by my side and held me in his arms, rocking me until I calmed down. He cares. I know he does. Thoughts are interrupted by my phone ringing loudly. Contemplate ignoring it, but I don't think it's my father calling back when he knows I'm so angry. Take the device from my pocket and look at the caller ID. Natalie? Natalie doesn't usually call me until she's on her way home from work or from picking up Zoe. Way too early for that. Answer almost immediately. Hello?
Hey, Noelle.
Where are you right now? I'm at the park. Why? I just got home. See the donuts on the table, but not you. Are you with Elliot? No, he left about an hour ago. Why are you home so early? Dad called, so I left work to sort everything out. Oh my gosh, you too? Why would he leave me alone? Let out a heavy sigh. I think he's genuinely worried. What did he say? Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about in person. I guess I'll get back home soon then. Pure dread fills my stomach. Don't want to go back. Not yet. No, stay out there. I'll come to you. I think I could use a change of scenery. I haven't visited the holiday market yet. I'll be there in about 15 minutes. Wait for me. Aye, Captain.
Love you.
See, love you. Love you too. Phone hangs up with a click and I pull my jacket around myself, trying to keep the warmth close to my chest. Nellie comes to the park with her purse hanging around her right arm. Watch as it bobs back and forth when she approaches. You're here. Yeah, sorry I'm late. Texted Elliot to pick up Zoe just in case we run over time. I know, you have a lot to say, don't you? Take a seat next to me on the bench. Maybe, but you may have a lot to say as well. Dad certainly did. You know, he's very hurt by what you did. What did I do? I know what he's angry about, but I want to know if he told Natalie the truth or not. She shakes her head with a frown, eyes downcast on her lap. You left your job in the city to come move here with me because you were let go when the company resized, right? Right. So, then why does Dad say you were fired? Trade up. I don't have the heart to try and hide it anymore. Because I was fired. I frowned, turning my head to the side to avoid eye contact with her. So, you lied to me. Didn't want to hear a lecture about how I lost a great opportunity. Wanted you to think that I had no other choice but to leave.
I would support you in any decision that you make, Noelle.
Yeah, well, sometimes I get scared. It seems like I'm only ever praised when I'm excelling in the avenue I hate. Don't feel like it me anymore. It's like I was just in a whole shell, going to work every day, going through the motions because I had to. Waiting my own phone in the chilly air. Dad called me last week on Book. We talked about me being fired and how I made him look bad to Mr. Carter. But he wouldn't let me explain why I got fired. Didn't even do anything wrong. I was literally just doing my job the right way, but by doing so, he exposed some shady people and bad business numbers. Dad doesn't care though. He cares that I'm now blacklisted from all the big companies, blah blah blah. Sorry you had to deal with that. Dad was always so stubborn. Never really let us pick the life we wanted for ourselves, did he? No he didn't. Which is why I was hesitant when he called again today. Did you answer? I guess my bad judgment, yeah. Told me that he was disappointed in me, but he had an amazing opportunity for me to get my foot back in the door in the corporate world. But you don't want that. No, not at all. I don't want to go back to the city. But I also know that I can't stay here forever. Sure you can, if you want to. No, I can't. I'll be burdening you. Don't have a job to pull my weight. Crown sits atop my face, a disgusting feeling taken over my body, as I recall my father's earlier words. Are you kidding me? You just got here. Are you worrying about a job already? Want you to enjoy the holidays. Food isn't cheap. You're paying for more things because of me. I used to have 3 people live in my house, Noelle. And 2 incomes, probably. Is that what's really bothering you? That I'll have to buy you food sometimes? Well, Dad said. Voice trails off because she can already guess. Same tight speech she's been reciting for years about my older sister, Nala, and her dependence on her husband's salary. Dad doesn't own my finances. I'll do whatever I please. I don't think you're a burden. You're helping me out in more ways than you can imagine. Really? Of course. It's so nice having someone else to talk to. Zoe feels the same way. That's more worth than some... That's worth more than some rent, you know. Well, I still want to make some money and pull my own weight. Gonna get a job here. The holidays are over. You haven't really gotten a chance to celebrate like we used to when we were younger. I think it's all we could use the company as well. Fine, but after. I'm totally going to get a job. So long as you enjoy it. He takes hold of my gold hand and squeezes it. I've really missed being with Natalie. Struggles are growing with us. However, when we're together, insurmountable expectations feel beatable. Well, we still have some time before Zoe gets out of school. Thinking what I'm thinking? What are you thinking? Let's go check out some of those holiday market stalls. I haven't had a chance yet. Oh, let me show you some of the stalls I visited with Elliot. You seem to be getting on well. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully. I was afraid that maybe I wouldn't make any friends here. It'd be like living in the city all over again. You didn't have any friends there? At all? I shrugged my shoulders. I get drinks with the co-workers sometimes, but never anything more. Not like texting about our personal lives or anything. Hanging out with Elliot is refreshing. Someone to talk to about things other than work. That's good. Soon you'll be a regular member of the Hawthorne community. But just so you know, I see a mischievous glint in her eyes. Elliot is single. He's been on the market for a while too, so I imagine he'd be open to dating a nice girl. Wow, I'll let you know if I meet any nice girls. Sister playfully punches my arm as we begin to walk around, and I giggle. You know what I meant. Wouldn't it be nice to have someone special into your life? I plead the fifth. You know, I don't remember you ever bringing anyone home in high school or college. Love life has been below the radar. Even back then, I was never really interested in dating anyone. Truth is that I never allowed myself to have a social life and feared that it interfere with the road to my future career. Never met anyone I'd consider in a romantic light, though there was a co-worker back in the city who had been interested in me. Fortunately, I never found out the truth until he was transferred to another company branch a few cities away. Would have known if not for a co-worker bringing it up one of our drinking nights. Even if I had found out sooner, I don't think the buttoned-up businessman was right for me. Well, if you ever decide a family life is for you, Elliot would make a great partner. Good to know. Don't be sarcastic. It is very good to know. It's just as good for you to know you're single. He's my late husband's best friend, not to mention younger than me, and not my type. You, however... Oh, hush. Well, my eyes but laugh at my sister's attempt to play matchmaker. Suppose she means well, however ridiculous she is being right now. Two of us spend some time walking around the holiday market before stopping at Pewter's Grill to bring home some burgers for dinner. When we arrive home, both Elliot and Zoe are splayed out on the couch playing video games. You literally dog-water, kid. So, what does that even mean? And he can't hear you. Elliot, he's so bad. We can beat him with our eyes closed. What did we walk into? Elliot places the purse down and stands in the entryway of the living room. His eyes don't leave the screen, though Elliot shifts his focus to us almost immediately. Controller hangs limp in his grasp. Welcome back, ladies. Are you guys playing that shooting game again? It's Legend X Games Battle Royale game, Mum. Duh. Duh, Natty. Come on, get with the times. Elliot winks at me when we lock eyes. I get the feeling he doesn't know what game he's playing with Zoe. Elliot's terrible at it. Noel, you sub in. Hey, you can't just replace me. I'm a fellow member of this team. I can and I did. Pass her the controller, buddy. Wow, ouch. Tough crowd tonight. Fine, Noel, it's all up to you. Elliot puts his head down and hands me the controller as if he's passing off old family heirloom that he just lost in a duel.
What?
What's going on? From about the two, Elliot raises his hand with a big grin and laughs. Passing the torch to you. You gotta help Zoe win. Absolutely not. I played a video game that wasn't on my phone in years. Sounds like a lot of excuses, Noel. Well, you had to shoot the bad guys.
No.
Nope, shut that down, young lady. Have you finished your homework? Lily says a day with a motherly scolding. Let out a sigh of relief that I won't have to take over Elliot's spot as Zoe's gaming partner. But Mom, played enough for today. Dinner time now. Will you be staying with us, Elliot? Man shakes his head with a frown, his carefree demeanor falling. Not today, unfortunately. Got to prepare some things for tomorrow. It's Noel's first day volunteering.
Aww, it's cute.
Oh, look at you getting ahead of time. It's cute. Want Noel to have some structure on her first day. Don't have to go through any trouble for my sake. Elliot waves my words away. Nonsense. You're helping me. Of course I'm going to make sure you know what to do. So, on that note, dusts off his pants and grabs his coat from the couch behind him. Look out tomorrow morning for our first day of volunteering work, Noel. Make sure you get a good night's rest because we got a lot to do. I'm looking forward to it. Apprehension fills my gut the more I think about working on sets for a school play. Never done anything like it. Don't know where to begin. I'm looking forward to finally having an apprentice. She'll work hard for you, Elliot. Totally. I'm convinced that she will. I'll see you ladies another time.
Ellie!
Night, Ellie. Bye, Elle. See ya. Once Elliot leaves, it's an uneventful night as me, Nat, and Zoe eat our take-out food. We end up heading to bed early for the night with our full stomachs. December 7th. Light shines into my room. I'm definitely not looking forward to volunteering. Not one bit. Sleeping in was so nice. It's not as early as when I take Zoe to school, but I still don't want to leave my warm bed. Put a plush comforter over my body and snuggle it closer to my chest. Now he has already gone to work, Zoe is at school. It'll stop me from staying in bed all day and not going to volunteer. Alright, Elliot's coming to pick me up, so I have no excuse. After a few moments, force myself out of bed. Thankfully, I thought ahead and had my outfit laid out the night before, so I'm able to get dressed rather quickly. Got no phone calls from my father since the last. I'm a little apprehensive about it. Don't know whether I got my point across or if I heard him and prevented us from speaking anymore. Oh, honestly, that sounds like a fucking good thing. Just thought that would linger in the back of my mind as I tried to get any semblance of work done. I want to apologize to my father, but not before he apologizes to me first. And it's this idea that keeps me in limbo, waiting for something that may never come. Feet drag across the cold wooden floor, bright sunlight shining in my room. It's the complete opposite of the city's artificial streetlights. Back there, the wake-up call was my alarm, my neighbor yelling at the cat who liked to sleep on the porch of the apartment building. I smiled to myself. I think that smokehouse, the cat aptly named after the steakhouse a few streets away, is one thing that I'll miss about the city. Hope he's doing alright and getting plenty of belly scratches. Pick up my shirt, another one of Nat's, and dress before Elliot's arrival. Sadly, there aren't any more of the donuts Elliot brought over the other day. Instead, I settled for bacon, eggs, and cheese on a roll. And that sounds really fucking good. It doesn't taste as good as the ones I usually order from the bodega at the corner of my apartment, but it satisfies my hunger. I'm done eating, I sit down and scroll through BookBook to see if my mother has posted anything new from her trip, but there's nothing from her. However, Neve has posted some pictures from her friend's house in some small town. There's one picture of his that catches my eye, him kissing another man on the cheek. I hadn't even known Neve was gay, let alone seeing someone. Around as a nasty feeling bubbles up inside of me. Jealousy, guilt, regret, rejection, I don't know. Still, I leave a kissing emoji on the bottom of the picture to let Neve know I'm keeping up with these updates. Neve has a heart reaction to it almost immediately, but doesn't write anything back. Nala, on the other hand, poses like a model in each and every one of her vacation selfies. She is sparing no expense this holiday season as she takes pictures on a yacht. Yoga instructor husband with his arms around her in each one. Don't bother commenting on her pictures, instead leave a like to see if she notices it. But unlike Nia, she doesn't react immediately, so I place my phone down onto the table. Perhaps I should take a photo to upload on my page, so links can see what I'm doing. They'd probably be shocked that I'm enjoying myself at Hawthorne, though I always said city life was for me. Opinion turned on a dime. Knock on the door breaks me from my thoughts. I place my phone down onto the counter. Coming. I call out, taking my time to get to the front door. When I pull it open to reveal the smiling face of my new friend, I feel a newfound comfort wash over me.
Good morning.
Good morning, Coffee Bean. Hello there, country boy. How are you this fine morning? He shakes the coffee cup in his hand, purple just like our first meeting. His grin grows wider. Got my coffee, so I'm doing great. How about you? Ready for today? I'm a little nervous, actually. There's no need to be. I'll walk you through every step of the way. Apologize in advance if I mess up or anything. Sometimes I can make big mistakes. Think about how I got fired from my last job. Mistake I hadn't been cropped enough to notice slipped through my gaze. Don't we all? I'm fine with mistakes, so long as you learn from them and try to improve upon your work. Remember that, at the end of the day, we're doing this for the children and their families. Right, of course. Ready to head out? I know my head.
Thanks.
Thanks for offering to drive me, by the way. Oh, of course. Really helping me out, so it's the least I can do. Two of us head outside to Elliot's pickup truck where we get ready to leave. So his school is rather small compared to the one I attended when I was her age. The auditorium seems also doubles as a gym, however, it doesn't look like any of the equipment has been used in a while. There are stacks of wooden planks, large gallons of paint, and even some measuring tape lying on the ground. Welcome to my workstation. Well, part of it. Do the fancy cutting work at home, because I don't want to bring any power tools to a school, even if the auditorium is off limits for a bit. Oh, that's smart. Elliot beckons me to join him as he maneuvers past his mess of tools. So, the play the kids are doing is the classic A Christmas Carol with old Ebenezer Scrooge. That means we'll be working on a few different scenes throughout the play, including the city, Scrooge's house, and scenes from both his past and future. Sounds like there's a lot of set pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a little buildings and some furniture. Been doing these scene by scene, and the other day I sorted out and sanded the town buildings. And I got to paint them now. That could be your project today. Paint? You want me to paint something? Yeah, it won't have to be anything artistic. I already outlined everything. You'll just need to paint inside the lines. Plus, I got you sketches you can reference as well. I haven't painted in years. Nothing inherently tough. You'll be fine. If you say so, I'm not thoroughly convinced. Only one way to find out, right? Elliot walks to the far left corner of the room where a few set pieces are leaned up against the wall. Turns with one of the wooden houses and sets it on the floor. Carefully take a seat. Elliot hands me a few bottles of acrylic paint, each with the lid lifted as if someone was already painting. Then he gathers some brushes, paint palettes, and his plans for the buildings in question. Here, take a look at this. Take the paper in my hand and analyze it. There are 4 perfectly sketched buildings next to each other. Each one has their own design with varying detail. The set piece we're working on now is supposed to have a black door with a green wreath and a red roof and brown paneling. This is really good. Do you draw a lot? I only sketch for my designs. There you go, work reminds me of something cool, you should draw more. Sure, let's go with this one. Pull the sketch out towards the light to get a better look. There are buildings spread apart on a crowded street with wreaths, garlands, and other festive decorations on each door. Looking at it fills me with nostalgia. Really? Yeah, my dad had these old playing cards that Neve and I used to play with all the time. Half the time we weren't playing real games, but we loved having the deck with us. Anyway, designs were kind of vintage, like Christmas cards. So you're saying my art looks old? I said vintage, not old. Vintage implies old. No. Chuckles though I feel my face heating up from his teasing. Really kidding. It's a great compliment. I'll take it. I used to draw so much. I even almost went to design school. It was supposed to be my thing after college. What happened? Life. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Sorry for asking. His reply is sharper than his usual tone. He must have noticed my crestfallen expression as he immediately softens. Sorry, I'd rather not talk about that right now. I didn't mean to bring up something personal. It's fine, you didn't know. Normally he is a pretty open person, but for some reason he's tight-lipped about this. Decided to drop topic for now. Well, do you miss drawing? At last, apparently back to his genial self. Wish I could do it more often, but usually I only revisit it when I'm making set designs or ornaments. That's not the same as drawing for fun. You should make more time to do things you enjoy.
Noelle.
Well, happy with where I am now, I promise. What about you? What about me? What did you want to do before the whole business manager thing? Really good question, but I can't remember a hobby I loved enough to pursue a career. Perhaps because it was never an option. Father was very clear about what he wanted for my future, and I simply went along with it. I always wanted to be a business manager. Always trails off when I shake my head. No, I always wanted to please my father. So busy studying and trying to get good grades that I never really explored anything else. No art, no cooking, no music. Glanced down at the wooden house that Elliot has cut out. Looks really good. Like something I'd see outside of a Christmas shop. And it isn't even painted yet. Never too late to find out what you love. I wouldn't know where to start. You could do a bunch of things together in town and discover what you like. Painting, for example. They take a brush from the pile he brought over and squirts dark brown paint on a plate. Dips his brush into it and then runs it down an empty spot on one plank before offering the brush. You try. Okay. Take the brush from his hand and copy him. Slide the brush down the wood, but Elliot's perfectly smooth line is a stark contrast from my crooked line that's two different shades of brown. Oops, what did I do wrong? I thought I copied you. Exactly. I grabbed too much paint and didn't spread it evenly enough on the brush. It reaches for my hand but stops, hovering in the air for a moment. May I? Huh? Use his free hand to point to my own, still gripping the paintbrush. I can show you how much pressure to use on the brush if you, don't mind. Gets flustered as he says this, face lighting up a pale pink. It's kinda cute. Oh, sure, that'd be helpful. Though I know the sensation is coming. Only a gasp when I feel Elliot's warm hand wrap around my own. Hand is rough and calloused. I realize, which makes sense with the manual labor in his workshop. His grip is gentle, as he is reluctant to touch me, but the warmth radiating from it is a reminder that this is indeed happening. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. Upon realizing that he won't be able to demonstrate anything with his light grip, he slowly tightens his grip with my hand, or on my hand. Two of us sit silently, neither making a movement until finally Elliot clears his throat. Yeah, so if you do this, guys my hands down in a slow fluid motion. The glob of paint from before is now blended into the wood. I don't know how much paint to use. It's painting, not rocket science. Rocket science to me. How do I keep my lines straight? I eyeball it, but but that comes with a lot of trial and error. So I'm due until I practice. I did all the practicing, so ask me for any help you need. Elliot, as if suddenly remembering that he's holding my hand, drops it and clears his throat yet again, acting very strange. I'm going to go work on another set piece, so we can get things done faster. Okay, sounds good, but mine... Don't say yours isn't good to look any good. Or isn't going to look any good. Well, that's true. I finished the job. I still stand by my skill level. You might be a Monday Picasso. Who knows? I highly doubt it. Elliot chuckles and begins work on his own set piece. Keeping his advice in mind, I pay close attention to each of my paint strokes, determined not to ruin Elliot's beautiful work with amateur painting skills. Two of us work like this for a few hours before a loud rumbling interrupts us both. There's a hand on my stomach and I grin sheepishly. Pretend you didn't hear that.
Coffee bean?
You hungry, coffee bean? Perhaps. Pushing my bangles behind my ear, looking down at my plank of wood. Oh, I'm sure we're gonna be looking at a plank of wood later. Well, a different kind of plank of wood, but anyway, colors are all in the right places. I think this could benefit from Elliot smoothing all the painting out and fixing the shaky lines. I'm really growing when I see this stack of other set pieces leaned against the far right wall. We'll have to paint all of these. So it makes me want to crawl into bed. We did plenty of work today, so we can end early. Really? I feel like we barely did anything. What do you mean? We finished the whole building. That's great progress. Is it? I didn't realize. Yeah, but your stomach was growling, and we won't get much done on an empty stomach. Plus, I saw you working hard today. Thanks. I didn't do much, but you're welcome. Let's reward ourselves with some food at the plaza. I know just the place. Is it the Peter's Grill? Is it any place I know? No. Waffles. Waffles. Waffles for lunch. Oh, for lunch? Listen, city girl. I know you're skeptical, but give it a try. Could upgrade to chickens or waffle too. Possibilities are endless. What do you say? Do you want to try it? I shrug. Right, why not? Trying new things. I love it. Man, all this talk of food is making me hungry. Elliot and I pack up our paintbrushes and get ready to leave for our lunch break. Upon entering the plaza, an eerie sensation runs over my body. I feel like a feather dancing in the wind as I lay eyes on the crowd of people walking about, laughing and chatting. None of them have arms full of shopping bags like back in the city. Everyone looks so happy and calm around here. Not showing to get into a store for a sale or anything. It's the real holiday spirit. Hanging out with friends and enjoying time spent with each other, you know. I seem to have a lot of it, this real holiday spirit. Yeah, Christmas is my favorite holiday. I love it so much. What do you love about it? Everyone comes together as a community, even if the community isn't blood related or friends. I like that this holiday brings people together. What about you, Noel? Your name literally means Christmas. You're not gonna do this again with my name? Hey, I'm just saying. I shrug. Just listen, just because your last name is Carpenter and you're Carpenter means nothing. It sends me a smirk. You know, back in the day, names were used to identify people by what they liked, where they were from, or how they made their living. Yes, well, it's not back in the day anymore.
Fair enough.
Ellie and I maneuver through the plaza, stopping at a small cart set up on the sidewalk. Rather small, but there's a line already forming. Ned motions to the cart with his head and beams. Best waffles in Hawthorne, I promise. Sure hope so. Something rumbles again as I watch people walk away from the cart with 3 tiered waffles drizzled in chocolate syrup and sprinkles. As we went in line, I decided to bring up something that Natalie mentioned the other day. I'm curious. So, you're Natalie. Getting fumbling with my fingers. Instantly regret bringing out the topic as never this washes over me. What about me and Nat? You're not going to ask why we aren't seeing each other yet, are you? No. I release my mouth as I squeak, and I push a stray piece of hair behind my ear. Did you think your sister and I would make a good couple when you first saw us together? There's no use lying to the man. I nod my head. You don't think so? Personally, it's meshed pretty well together. Both responsible, loyal, and like to have fun. I could argue that those traits apply to you as well. Me? No way. Not responsible, loyal, or fun-loving. Elliot places his hand on his chin, as if he were deep in thought, and then winks in my direction. Pretty good with Zoe, or so Natty has told me. That counts as a responsibility. Definitely think you're loyal to your family as well. Can't make that assertion. You can't make that assertion. You've only seen me a few times. Sure I can. Natty always tells me a story about how you fought a kid who was bullying her when you were both children. No way she told you that story. My eyes widen. Oh, she definitely did. I remember her telling me that some girl was making fun of Natty's clothes in school. Literally punched the older girl. I laugh, thinking about that memory. In hindsight, violence was certainly not the answer, but I was so angry that the girl would even think to say something about Nat that I threw a punch. Now my dad was so angry, I was grounded with no TV for 2 weeks. Never did it again after that. Sounds pretty loyal to me. Yeah, but that was the past. Not the same person anymore. Don't bring up the consequences of my actions over the last 8 years, neglecting my family. I could have stayed loyal to them and reached out. A simple message on BookBook would have been enough, but I was so focused on my career. I don't think you can lose a trait like loyalty. If you say so. Let's agree to disagree. How about the last one? Fun-loving. That's an easy one. You're here, aren't you? Motion to the plaza around us.
What?
Huh? I don't follow. Trying all new things and new places in Hawthorne. You're open to having a good time. That's not the same thing. I think it is. You and your sister share other similarities too. Both really funny and make me laugh. So yeah, according to your logic, you and I would make a good pair because we share certain qualities, don't you think? Fuck it, let's go in. Or go all in. We would. Yeah, we would. According to that logic. I did the last part quickly, coughing into my hand. Right, of course. Objectively speaking, right? There's a small smile on his face, but I can see a blush forming already. Of course. Anyway, I wasn't going to ask about your romantic relationship with my sister. Nat's already told me that you two are only friends, and you told me how much your friendship with Nat's husband meant to you. I'm pretty clear on the relationship you have with her in that sense. Then what can I clear up for you? I want to ask Nat something, but I don't think she'll answer honestly. Well, try not to lie. What's your question? Did Nat put you up to, well, everything? I call her words when I asked if she wanted to be romantically involved with Elliot. She had valid reasons not to pursue the relationship. However, she was quick to voice the attention onto me. Was this her plan all along? To get Elliot and I to hit off? We had so conveniently met when I went into town on my first day in Hawthorne. Now volunteering at Zoe's school with him. Not her idea, but serendipitous nonetheless. Idea that Natalie asked Elliot to do all this sours my stomach. Don't want to be someone's friend out of pity or for the benefit of another. Oh, what do you mean? He tilts his head to the side and frowns. Are you asking if I'm hanging out with you because of Natalie?
Yeah.
Of course I am. You're my best friend's little sister. Says it as if a mission is obvious. I feel a gut-wrenching punch delivered to my stomach. Elliot finishes his thoughts. Oh, okay. His eyes widen for a moment. He places his hand down in front of me as if to stop me. No, I think you're getting my meaning wrong. Let me try again. Natalie's my best friend. She's like family. So it's natural that I find myself drawn to spending time with her family. If I met you in another place on different circumstances, I think I still want to pursue a friendship with you. You're saying that now? I'm saying that because it's true. Not like Natalie told me I had to be your friend. I merely mentioned you were coming to town. The rest is your fault. You look so shocked. Can't come to a new town, be friendly, funny, and cute, and expect me to not just talk to you. I'm sorry, I'm a simple man. I see a nice girl, I want to be her friend. Relation to Natalie or not. You can't be serious. Feel the heat rising to my cheek as his words settle in the air. Elliot thinks I'm friendly, funny, and cute.
I like spending time with you, Noelle.
I'm very serious. I like spending time with you, Noelle. Kind of why I asked you to help volunteer to begin with. What? He looks away from me with a tint of red staining his cheeks. Yeah, shit. Why did I say that out loud? Miles to himself before clearing his throat. I want to get to know you more. Sorry if that's a bit much. Placed my hand on his forearm, willing him to look at me. It's all I wanted to hear. Never had an easy time making friends. Didn't want this relationship to be because of that. Sorry if I made you feel that way. I frowned, recalling the worry and fear planted by my father. How many years we spent apart, his influence still trickles into my life, takes hold of my thoughts. There's a never-ending doubt swirling through my brain that I'm not good enough on my own. You didn't. I'm not a very confident person and always find myself worrying about the way others view me. Why? After a moment of silence, as the waffle line around us inches forward slowly, I speak again. Father has me second-guessing everything. He isn't even here. I just want a clean slate without him looking over my shoulder, but it seems like I can't escape his influence. Is that why you really came to Hawthorne? I had literally nowhere else to go after I left the company I worked for.
Yeah.
Is that all there is to it? Kinda. Not coming back in the business world anymore. Had not been fired, I'd probably still be in the city working as a business manager. Don't think I'd allowed myself to break free. Truth is, I'm not courageous enough to make a life-changing decision on my own. I was forced to leave the city. You heard my conversation with my father. Fired for trying to publish information that my boss didn't want released. Now blacklisted from returning to the business industry, at least by word of mouth. Old employers well connected in the city, so had no other choice but to leave. As the only person I can trust to lean on, my older sister Nala is married to some snobby yoga instructor, and my brother is a couch surfer. no money to my name. I wasn't going to my father to ask for help. Maybe you weren't brave enough back then, but you are now, beginning to live your own life. I'm trying at least. That's half the battle. Keep on fighting, Noel. I'm here for you if you need me. I'm out to thinking, but Elliot points to the empty spot in front of the waffle vendor. Time for us to order our food. Looks like we're next. Elliot orders 2 waffle supremes for the both of us. We exchange small talk in the cold as they are prepared. Vendor works quickly. The resulting waffle is quite shocking. 2 thick waffle triangles stacked and drizzled in chocolate syrup, rainbow sprinkles, some whipped cream, and gummy bears? Elliot is already eating one of the gummy bears from the bottom of his dish. One after another, he pulls them into his mouth with a goofy grin. I was right, you do have a sweet tooth. Can't help myself. Get that quality from my mother. She was always bringing home some obscure dessert. I loved it. Elliot and I take a seat on a nearby bench to eat our waffles. My mother likes to do that too, but it's not as nice when she mails them to me. Rather share them with her in person. Hey, you still have the opportunity to do that. Just have to tell your mom that you want more time with her. Do you think I've tried that? It's always the same response from her. Lower my voice to make my mother's tone. Honey, I can't skip on my obligation. I'll be back before you know it, little bug. Voice returns to normal. She never comes back. She never stops making obligations for herself. I'm sorry to hear that, Noel. So whatever. Her life is complicated. Always has been. Tap my fingers against my thighs. Awkward silence settling over the 2 of us. Surely Elliot doesn't know what to say to me. My fork could begin to tear apart my waffle in hopes of distraction. Anyway, Elliot speaks up to fill the silence. So, Secret Santa envelopes will be going out soon. Already? I feel like I just signed up. Remember, you need time to make your gift. Alright, something homemade. What can I possibly make? Last year I made ornaments. What about this year? It's a surprise. You could be my secret Santa. Doubt it. Be too coincidental. But, I mean, this is a romantic Christmas story, so I have a feeling that one of us is going to get each other, so that's just how these stories go. How they work. Anyway, you never know unless he just falls back down onto his plate.
What?
We could open our Secret Santa envelopes together. Wait, no emails or something? Automated sister would distribute names faster. Sure, but what's the fun in that? Getting a Secret Santa envelope feels like getting a letter from the North Pole. Really? In that case, opening our envelopes together feels like cheating. And now we're involving Santa. Well, I figure you don't want any of the locals, so I could help you. I'll fill my name to you too, because it's only fair. Like a trade. Likely, Santa wouldn't mind. Probably. What if I get you? You'll be making cookies with Nanny and Zoe soon, right? I'll accept a decorated one. Never baked cookies myself, just iced Oreos, remember? Make it with love and wrap it with a kiss. It'll be perfect. You're a smooth talker, Elliot. I have a feeling if I gave you a burnt cookie, you'd eat the whole thing and tell me it was delicious. As long as you put effort into what you're doing, I won't fault you for mistakes. We'll make them sometimes. All this to say, you're free to use any of my things from the school or workshop for the gifts. I can also help you make something. Just let me know what it is so we can get the supplies.
Thanks.
Thanks, I really appreciate that. You're welcome. Two of us finish our food in silence. Till Elliot stands up from his seat and dusts his pants off on his empty waffle plate. Shall we go back to work with our full stomachs? Yes, thanks for the waffle. It was really good. Told ya. 2 for 2 with the town snacks. Are we keeping score? If we are, I'm totally winning. I stand beside him, gathering my garbage. Elliot and I continue to talk and laugh as we walk through the plaza to his truck. Don't stay much longer than 2 hours at the school, but I'm able to add another stopping coat of paint to the piece I've been working on, and then begin tracing Elliot's outline on a new set piece. When I'm home, I eat dinner and collapse onto my bed. I'm exhausted, but today's volunteer work didn't go as badly as anticipated. I actually got to open up about some things I was holding in. Elliot answered me honestly. However, one thing sticks in my mind as I lay in bed that night. Elliot thinks I'm cute. Don't know what to make of his words. Butterflies fill my stomach, and even though I'm tired, the lingering question of Elliot's interest in me keeps me up. December 10th. Next morning, I wake up early enough to get ready for volunteer work. A text on my phone from Elliot alerts me to other plans. Something came up today. We'll continue building a set tomorrow. Sorry. I contemplated asking him about his plans, but decided on a response that's a little less intrusive. We could do all man's sad face. Okay, let's just go with something simple and say, alright, see you tomorrow. Type a message in and hit send. Now that I'm out of bed, I don't really feel like crawling back into it. After an entire week, I suppose it's finally time to unpack my clothes. Now this house is starting to feel less like a vacation spot and more like home. Hoist one of my suitcases onto my bed and open it with a frown. I've had quite a few outfits, but none that I feel comfortable casually wearing around Hawthorne. Beneath my carefully folded slacks are more pants packed in a similar fashion. As I pick up each pair and refold them, I feel like I'm a maid cleaning a stranger's clothes. Certainly don't feel like mine, even if I remember packing them all myself. Ellie has been nice enough to let me borrow some of her clothes. How long can I keep mooching off of her? Need to get my own wardrobe. Head to the dresser on the far side of the room and open it. Drawer doesn't give right away, but it slides on the track with some force. What the hell? Dresser is full of sports magazines. Got to be at least 15 in here. All different women wearing similar bikini in varying colours. What sports are they supposed to be playing? I asked myself out loud. This was a room Ellie often used when Tyson was still alive, so it's likely these magazines belong to him. As every girl is a swimmer, I don't think Elliot is interested in the sporty aspect of the magazine. Scratch my nose up at the thought, realizing that if these girls are his type, I definitely don't have a chance with them. Wait a second. Breath hitches in my throat. Why do I care if I'm Elliot's type? It shouldn't matter. We're friends. Should I glance at my phone? Most likely it's a text response from Elliot. Sorry about that. Urgent side job that needs to be done. Enjoy the day off. Smiley face. Send the message, my heart racing. Don't know how to respond, so I leave the message on read and place my phone on the top of the dresser. Put a stack of Elliot's magazines aside in case he still wants them, and then tuck away from my own clothes in the dresser. This was a guest room that Elliot stayed in. Wonder what else he left in here. Room is tidy, but I'm not sure if that's his or Natalie's doing. Should have texted Nat, letting her know that about my cancelled plans with Elliot, and sit on the bed. I want to go out and buy some clothes, but with what money? Need a job. Can't stay home and relax like Nat suggested. Thought angers me, and I grab it onto a pillow, pulling it towards my chest. Feeling of helplessness overtakes me. I wasn't happy in the city, but Dad was right. I had money and a place of my own. Even Mum had a job to fund her first wild adventure around the globe. I opened the banking account on my phone for glass and met it with a mere $20. Definitely not enough to buy new clothes. I feel even worse remembering that Elliot and Nat had paid for everything. I definitely need a job. I mean, you could probably sell off some of those clothes. Not a volunteer opportunity, but something that will give me a decent salary. Despite my early conversation with Nat about her father, I don't feel very reassured. I feel shackled by a different set of chains. My own anxiety is crushing as I think about what I should do, what I should be doing in my future. Another message from Elliot lights up on my phone. I'm almost too eager to open it. Be done in an hour if you want to hang out. I love hanging out with Elliot is a nice one, but it also tastes sour in my mouth once I realize he'll be paying yet again for me to go and do something with him. It's a dependence that makes me feel uncomfortable. Type a message and hit send. Cleaning right now, then going to pick up Zoe from school today. Sorry. Runs back right away. No worries, catch you another time then. I feel terrible turning him down, but even worse about myself as I lay my head down to the pillow and shut my eyes.